Glock torture tests are really big things. A lot of people have even built entire YouTube channels around the Glock torture tests. Well, I thought, I ought to get in on a little bit of this. I should devise a torture test of my own. Now, people like Matt V have done entire channels on physically torturing Glocks. I'm not a big fan of physical torture tests. I think that they're kind of contrived. I mean, like, drive a nail through the grip of a polymer gun. That'd be a torture test to me for a polymer gun. But, like I say, a lot of people love them. Like I say, people like Matt B have made a whole entire channel out of them. So I thought, well, I'm going to do my own tests. And Gary here, thinking, he thinks he's the toughest thing to ever hit planet Earth, so he gladly volunteered for the test. But I thought, physical tests have been done to death. Matt V's even baked them in pies. So I'm like, what can I do that would be better? How can I put my own spin on it? So I thought, instead of physically torturing it, torture it mentally and emotionally. And I started thinking to myself, what is the most degrading, humiliating thing you can do to something? And, based on my past experiences and what people have told me, the most humiliating and degrading thing a person can usually do is have sex with me. So I thought, let's do this thing. Hey, get back here and take it like a man.
You're Austrian. You should be into this kind of thing.
Damn it. I am a grown-ass man. Tonight I'm braving the cold in my garage to make this video because there's one thing I really want to talk about right now. What? No. Yes, we've come to talk to you. I haven't forgotten you're there. Don't worry about it. Like I was saying, there's one thing that we really want to talk about right now. That's the new rumored Glock 42. Now, there's been a lot of rumors behind what the Glock 42 is going to be ever since the first little bits of information started to trickle out about the fact that there was even going to be a 42. Now, the one thing that people can tell from the code that it's been given so far from Glock is that, one, it's American-made and it's a low-capacity gun. Now, most people are speculating that it's going to be a single-stack 9mm. Now, I'm hoping that's the way it's going to go because there are rumors that it might be a 380 also. But I'm hoping it's going to be a 9mm. And if it is a 9mm, there's two ways they could really go with it. The first way is to make it on the Glock 19 frame. And I really wouldn't like that because, let's face it, that's really not even that great of an idea. Because if they make it a gun the size of a 19 only in a single stack, all you got is less rounds. It might be a little thinner. They might make it a thinner gun. But there are guns out there already that are better at being a thin gun in that size frame. It would not be able to compete with some of the guns that are already out there. Wouldn't be any better than they are. And Glock isn't one to just sort of do something halfway that other gun companies are already doing. So I don't think they'll make it on the 19 frame. And plus, most of the information we've gotten has indicated that it's going to be on a Glock 26 frame. Now, the best thing is that it'll be on a Glock 26 frame, and it'll be thinned down. It'll be a nice little thin, small carry gun in 9mm. And you might say, well, there's already guns like that now. There's the Smith & Wesson Shield, there's the XDS, there's the Ruger SR9C. Now, how would this gun be any better than those? Well, there's one place where the Glock would, in my opinion, beat them all, and that is the fact that it wouldn't have a safety. What? Yes, we all know only pussy guns have safeties. You have told us that many, many times. Like I was saying, it wouldn't have a safety. It's going to be a safetyless gun, because Glock doesn't put safeties on their guns, not manual safeties anyway. So it's going to be a nice, simple, small, thin, 9mm gun, pull and shoot. It'll be sort of like my P290 from SIG, but it'll be a striker-fired gun instead of a hammer-fired gun and be a little bit different. And so, it's not going to be changing the market because, like I said, my P290 is already a very small 9mm gun. There's other very small 9mm guns, but this one would be a Glock, a small 9mm, thin, single-stack Glock. That's something a lot of people have really been waiting for. Now, there's also the last option, which I think is the worst possible thing that could happen, and that's if they just make a Glock 26 and a 380. And a lot of people think that's what they might do. Now, I don't think they will do that because there's already a gun that's the size of a Glock 26 in 380 in Glock's lineup. And I don't think they would make a new number for a gun just because they were going to produce it here in America. And the numbers the gun have so far assigned to it says it is made here in America. I don't think they would give it a new model number just to make it here in America. So I think it's going to be a different gun completely. And let's face it, who would want a little 380 that's as big and fat as a Glock 26? What? Oh, come on now. Like, this is the first time you're hearing that you're a little bit chunky for a small gun? I think you... Alright, yeah, get offended and storm off. Such a drama queen. Don't worry about him, though. took his magazine, and hit his bayonets. There's not much he can do about anything right now. Well, for now, that's all we know. So we'll just have to wait for SHOT Show now to see if we can find out anything further. Hopefully Glock will get it right, and we'll end up with one really nice... Oh! Ouch! Cut it out! Earlier today I did a video about backup guns, and a lot of people noticed that my Glock 33, or Gary as most of you know him, was now my backup gun in my car. And a lot of people were like, wait, I thought Gary was your everyday carry gun. Why isn't he your everyday carry gun anymore? Well, I had switched from him as my everyday carry gun to my SIG M11A1. I did a video on that. You might have missed it. But the people that even did know that are like, well, why is Gary out in the car? I thought you got rid of him. Well, I could never get rid of Gary. Even if I wanted to, mostly because I'm kind of afraid he'd come back even if I got rid of him. But, you know, he's kind of a member of the family. He's kind of important to my channel. And let's face it, he's more popular than I am on the channel. So when I switched from him as my carry gun, I tried to find ways to still make him happy, because you want to keep him happy because he's got a temper. So at first I thought, I presented like, you could retire. Just spend your days in the safe with the other guns, all the other lady guns, just have a blast. But, he didn't really take well to retired life in the safe. Nice. Real classy. Having a lot of free time just did not work out for Gary. So then I thought, well, what can I do with him other than just retire him to the safe? And I thought, well, a good important job, and I think Glocks like to feel like they're doing an important job, is my nightstand gun. I thought, well, okay, I can put him in my nightstand. He can be my nighttime gun. The gun that I have on me if I hear something go bump in the night. Well, that lasted for a little while, but that had to be stopped for reasons I really won't go into.
Stop doing that.
But let's just say to get some sleep, I had to quit doing that. And then I thought, well, what could he be? So that's how he came to be my backup gun in my car. I was like, well, he could be put in the car and be my backup gun for the car. And so far, that's working out pretty well.
Hey, what are you doing? Open up, stop fooling around.
Well, at least it works out pretty well most of the time. So don't worry about Gary. He's still around. I'm not going to get rid of him. Like I said, I don't think I could if I wanted to. And plus, I don't think I would do that to somebody else by passing him on to someone else. So he's going to be here. He's going to be in my videos. He's going to still be a part of the channel. So don't worry about that. I just got to try to find something to keep him busy.